But good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for being here today. It is so great to look out and see so many familiar faces. My name is Erin Van Egman, and I am proud to serve as the Vice President for College Advancement and Executive Director of the GRCC Foundation. Today is a special day because we get to celebrate and honor all of you, proud members of our Armen Oumedian Consecutive Giving Club. This giving club stands apart from others you may know. Here, donors are celebrated not for the size of their contributions, but for their steadfast commitment and consistent support. It's this ongoing dedication year after year that truly makes a difference. Our Consecutive Giving Club is named after our dear friend, Armen Oumedian. Armen was a proud GRJC Distinguished Alumnus, generous donor, and community leader. We could not think of a better person to honor in this way. Those of you who knew Armen knew he was proud of his GRJC education, had a passion for philanthropy and giving back to the community, and a commitment to ensuring an accessible education for all. Today we celebrate you, our generous and committed donors who share similar qualities to Armen. At this time, it is my honor to introduce GRCC's 11th President, Dr. Charles Lepper.
Thank you, Erin. Well, welcome and thank you all for joining us today. I want to extend my heartfelt thank you to our incredible donors for your unwavering support of Grand Rapids Community College. Your generosity truly makes a difference in the lives of our students, and for that we are deeply grateful. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge some of our distinguished guests with us today. First, may I ask our current retired GRCC Board of Trustees members, as well as other elected officials, to either stand if they can or wave. Trustee Siegel, that'd be you. Yep. She's with us tonight. Just recently was reelected for another 6 years to our board. So, thank you for your commitment to our institution and for making it a greater community. Also, I'd like to recognize any current retired GRCC Foundation board members. Wave or stand. So Steve, others, Eddie Rucker. Let's give them a round of applause. So thank you to our foundation board for their dedicated efforts on behalf of our students. But tonight, we also have two other honored guests with us. Our past GRCC presidents, Dr. Juan Olivares and Dr. Steve Ender and his wife, Karen. In the back. Thank you for your visionary leadership and helping to create GRCC is what it is today. Thank you for that. Without any hesitation, I say thank you for your service to the college. It's an honor to follow in your footsteps, and I benefit from the work that you and others have done to serve this institution. And finally, on this Veterans Day, we would like to honor the brave men and women who have served in our armed forces. So if you are a veteran, would you please stand or wave? Okay, well, let's give those folks a round of applause anyhow today. Earlier today, we had a nice ceremony in the Juan Olivares Plaza just outside RJF. But tonight, I am pleased to have the distinguished honor of recognizing two remarkable couples who have shown extraordinary dedication to GRCC. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Frank and Raeni Conner. Please stand and wave. And Dr. Joe and Sheila Hesse for an incredible, both couples, incredible 36 years of consecutive giving to the GRCC Foundation. 36 years. That's just not commitment, that is truly a legacy that you have made here at GRCC. And your support speaks volumes about your passion for higher education and your belief in the power of our students to transform their lives and the lives of those around them. Dr. Conner, Raeni, Dr. Hesse, and Sheila, your dedication to this college is inspiring, and we are so grateful for your continued investment in our future. I want to personally thank each of you for the lasting impact that you've made through your generosity and service. You're not only contributed financially, but you've also contributed to the very heart of this institution by spending your careers here. Your belief in GRCC ensures future generations of students will have the resources and the opportunities they need to achieve their dreams. The impact of long-term consecutive giving is immeasurable. It allows us not only to build lasting relationships with our donors, but also creates a deeper connection to the community we serve. Your continued support and belief in GRCC gives us a voice in shaping the future of the college, ensuring that we can continue to offer the very best in educational opportunities, state-of-the-art facilities, and vital resources to our students. And I have to say tonight, as I've roamed around the room and talked with folks, I've had the opportunity to interact with a few of our alum who tell me about their incredible GRCC experiences and how their time here was the foundation that led them to their future. And that is something that we should certainly celebrate tonight as well. I would like to also take a moment to recognize and congratulate all the donors here with us this evening who have reached special milestone giving years. Your commitment is truly making a difference in the lives of our students, and we are grateful for each and every one of you. And finally, a big thank you to all of our donors, whether you've been here with us for 36 years or for one. Your consistent support is the foundation which this college stands upon, and we deeply appreciate the role you've played in our continued success. So again, thank you very much for your unwavering support and generosity. What we do, we couldn't do without you. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. So now turn the comments back over to Aaron.
Thank you, Dr. Lepper. So the success of this club is because of each of you. The 282 donors who are active in the club with consecutive giving years ranging from 2 to 45 years, the 40 new donors who are now members of this club, and the $418,000 club members donated over the course of the last year, supporting over 102 different funds. The other part of this club is to recognize members who have consecutively given for the most amount of years. With us here today are past recipients of the Armen Oumedian Consecutive Giving Club Award, retirees Jerry and Jan Benham, and, thank you, and current faculty member Robert Siebelek. Thank you for being with us here. Other previous recipients include Robert Long and last year Dick and Judy Bazile, who are all GRCC retirees. This year, we are proud to add 2 new members and their spouses to this prestigious recognition, Dr. Frank and Raeni Conner and Dr. Joe and Sheila Hesse. They both are being recognized with the 2024 Armen Oumedian Consecutive Giving Club. They're awarded for their 36 years of consecutive giving. So let's give that another round of applause. So first today, I would like to recognize Dr. Frank Conner. Dr. Conner began his career with Grand Rapids Junior College in January of 1986 as a faculty member in the Behavioral Science Department. He was with the same department his entire tenure and served as department head for much of that time. Dr. Conner started giving to the foundation in 1988 and has consistently contributed to several funds since. Dr. Conner also served as the Faculty Association president for several years until he retired from the college this past April. At this time, I invite you to turn your attention to the screen to learn more about this award and our first recipient, Dr. Frank Conner.
The Armen Oumedian Consecutive Giving Award was created to honor the life and legacy of our dear friend, Armen Oumedian, a proud GRJC distinguished alumnus. Armen was a steadfast supporter of the GRCC Foundation through innovation awards and several student scholarship funds. Armen and the Oumedian family understood the importance of a college education and dedicated significant resources to ensuring student success by removing financial barriers for students. The Oumedian family's dedication to the success of GRCC students will be felt for years and years to come. We are proud to honor Armen and the Oumedian family legacy by naming this award in his memory. Recipients of the Armen Oumedian Consecutive Giving Award, like Armen and the Oumedian family legacy, will have dedicated much of their lives to giving back to others.
This comes from originally the work, the psychologist of Erich Fromm. M. Scott Peck is the one who probably made it most available to the public. Others have used it since then, but defines love as the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth.
Frank, you know, he is bigger than life. If he's in a room, you can't miss him. While Frank and I did not teach in the same department and our disciplines were vastly different, I definitely remember having students who had him as their professor. I knew that if there was something that they needed to address with him, that he would be fair with them. He was very student-focused and quite the champion of students.
Higher ed, and come up with a real evaluation system to know, are we doing a good job?
Frank always had students at the center of everything he was doing, whether he was teaching a class or as a member of the faculty association.
In the last years of his career was the faculty association president, which is not an easy task, lots of challenges.
He's not afraid to speak out when he sees something that he doesn't agree with, but he's also very happy to speak in favor of things that are going well. I wasn't surprised that Frank was a donor for that long. He's been someone that always pushing us to be better. He really cared about making sure that students had the financial resources to pursue their dreams and to complete their schooling here and set them up for something else later in life.
Hearing that Frank has been giving for 36 years is, to me, quite remarkable because 36 years is a long time committed to giving and ensuring that the next generations of students have the resources that they need in order to move forward.
I'm happy to see him get this kind of recognition.
So at this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Conner and Raeni along with Dr. Lepper to join me at the podium. And as they make their way up here, I want to highlight something meaningful that Dr. Conner shared in the video. A powerful quote from M. Scott Peck and Erich Fromm about the definition of love, which is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. This sentiment perfectly captures the spirit of this club and the culture of philanthropy here at GRCC, a culture that Dr. Conner dedicated his career fostering. So, Dr. Lepper, I'm going to have you go and give this to Frank. Yes, it is in two pieces.
Got it? Yes.
So Dr. Conner and Raeni, on behalf of the GRCC Foundation and the GRCC Foundation Board of Directors, it is my honor to present you with the 2024 Armen Oumedian Consecutive Giving Club Award. And I should have known better, but both Joe and Frank would like to say a few remarks. I did tell them to keep it to a few minutes, but at this time I'd like to invite Dr. Conner up here to say a few words.
Let me clarify. She came up to me and said, Joe would like to say something, and would you like to? Now, I don't need to prepare anything to speak, if you know me, so. But yes, I will keep it brief. If you've heard me talk about community colleges, there is no more noble institution for higher ed ever. It's an American tradition. Nobody else has them. A few places are developing now, but we are democracy's college. Both my wife and I are community college graduates. Raeni is an alumnus of this institution. I am not. I went to a different school. I didn't come from around here, but what community colleges do is they provide a pathway regardless of your history. They provide a skill set for you to become more. If you know me, you can't get me to do pretty much anything I don't want to. So when I gave to the foundation, it was because I believe in community colleges. Not just GRCC, that's where I happen to work, and I love GRCC, and it is a tremendous institution with a long history. But giving to a community college, it is a social justice action. It is about contributing to the community and committing to the individuals in this community in a profound way. We change people's lives. We need money to do that, and that is the role of the foundation. So I am thankful for only giving for 36 years, and I will continue to give for as long as I can. Thank you for this award.
Congratulations and thank you both again. So next I would like to recognize Dr. Joe Hesse. Dr. Hesse started at GRJC in 1983 as a faculty member in the Physical Sciences Department. He started giving to the foundation in 1988 and has consistently contributed to several funds since. He was also instrumental in the establishment of the Teachers of Tomorrow Scholarship Program, which he is repping that sweatshirt today. I didn't even ask him to do that. But yes, thank you. And this was through a program through the Wege Foundation. He also championed the Excellence in Education Scholarship and the Albertus LV Roger DeVries and Joseph Hesse III Scholarship. Dr. Hesse also served as the faculty representative on the GRCC Foundation Board of Directors for 5 years. After retiring in 2015, Dr. Hesse was presented with the Emeritus Faculty Award in 2017. At this time, please turn your attention to the screen for a video highlighting Dr. Hesse.
Early in my teaching career, I discovered a kinship with community college students. You, students, provided a comfort level and acceptance that I have enjoyed, embraced, and now treasure. It is you, the students, that drew and kept me at Grand Rapids Community College.
It does not surprise me that Joe's been giving to the foundation for 36 years, because his whole life that I knew him here was spent towards moving the college forward and doing what he could to help the students learn about chemistry and move forward in their careers, in their education.
He cares about students learning and made it easier for students to understand. And that's the mark of a good teacher.
I think you need to go back and think about that. What does it tell you about the ratio?
I think the word extrovert is an understatement for Joe. He's very kinetic. He's very energetic. He does not curb his enthusiasm when it comes to teaching and learning and all things students.
You know, I think I can do this. Let me get in here.
Joe was always way ahead of the rest of us. I don't know if you remember Tool Time on Home Improvements.
Hey everyone, welcome to school time.
Joe made kind of a takeoff on Tool Time for the students who didn't have much science or no science before in high school.
John, why don't you explain to us what's so special about Romex wire?
He was very interested in students and student success before that term really was coined.
Joe was a born educator, and he had this desire to help other people learn. I think that showed in the way he taught, that showed in the innovation that he brought to the classroom. He really valued GRCC, not only for the institution that it was, but also for, of course, what it did for the students and for the community. And I can see that, making that connection of you're going to give to the foundation so students can have that opportunity to come here and learn.
I'd like to share a quote from a favorite author, Nelson DeMille. Journeys are almost always circuitous, and along the way, you discover that the journey is much more important than the destination. And the people you meet become the companions of your memory forever. Thank you, Grand Rapids Community College.
At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Hesse and Sheila, along with Dr. Lepper, up to the podium. And as they make their way up, I want to highlight something Professor Niles said in the video about Dr. Hesse. Professor Niles remarked, Joe's whole life that he knew him here was spent moving the college forward and doing what he could to help the students learn about chemistry and move forward in their careers and education. I know that Dr. Hesse's passion, which we all saw in the video, and dedication didn't stop at the classroom door. He extended his energy into numerous programs across the college, even contributing his time, talents, and treasures to the GRCC Foundation by helping to endow several scholarships. His impact on our community and commitment to student success are truly remarkable. So Dr. Hesse and Sheila, on behalf of the GRCC Foundation and the GRCC Foundation Board of Directors, it is my honor to present you with the 2024 Armen Oumedian Consecutive Giving Club Award. Congratulations.
Oh, goody. Another glass pointy thing. I gotta have a sense of humor over that. Well, good afternoon. Let me begin by acknowledging Armen Oumedian. He was a champion of programs that financially supported Grand Rapids Community College staff and students. It is an honor for Sheila and I to be selected, together with Dr. Raeni Conner, as the 2024 Armen Oumedian Continuous Giving Award recipients. Speaking of Dr. Conner, congratulations to Frank on his recent retirement from Grand Rapids Community College. As a 25-year department representative to the Faculty Council, I want to thank Frank for the years of service to the college as Faculty Council president. I always appreciated the way Frank guided and represented the faculty point of view through 3 GRCC presidents. Your even-handed, student-first approach helped the Faculty Association, support staff, the administration maintain our focus on a quality education for GRCC students. In some weird, convoluted way, this story started in 1953, when my father bought a house across the street from Aquinas College so his kids could walk to grade school and later to college. Fast forward, 1965, my high school graduation. My father was a traveling pharmaceutical salesman with a Leave It to Beaver, Mrs. Cleaver, non-working wife, and 5 kids at home. In spite of his good intentions years before, fact is, there was little money to send his kids to college. Dad gave me a starter $200 and sent me over to Aquinas admissions and financial aid, only to discover that we didn't qualify for financial aid because our family made too much money. A shock to my parents. After this dose of reality and a come-to-Jesus moment, it became evident that 17-year-old Joe was on his own if he wanted a college education. Lucky for me that I qualified for an athletic scholarship to play on the Aquinas College tennis team. The concept of NIL, name, image, and likeness, that kind of money was nowhere on the horizon. And the fact is, Joe just wasn't all that good. Regardless of my skill level, every dollar of that scholarship helped keep me in college for 4 years and earn a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. Sheila came to Aquinas College via a small family farm in Coldwater, Michigan. Early in her freshman year, her father, a wetback Irishman who swam the Detroit River to enter America, passed away from a heart attack. Her family suggested she quit college and get a job to help support her mother and 3 younger brothers. Fortunately for me, Sheila, being a strong-willed Irish lass, told her brothers to eat dirt and returned to college, albeit without much cash. Between waiting tables at Holly's restaurant and a need scholarship from Aquinas, she too earned a college degree in elementary education. Fast forward again, summer of 1988. Sheila and I were both teachers. She was a kindergarten teacher, and I, a high school chemistry teacher and an adjunct GRJC chemistry professor. A retirement in the chemistry department opened the door for me to interview for the position with Corky Arengard. Corky was the vice president and provost of Grand Rapids Junior College. In fact, he still lives not too far up north, and he lives on Lake Charlevoix. I see him once every couple of years. Good guy. I got the job about 10 o'clock on a summer morning in 1988 and was guided to my office, where Rob Gutek, the foundation director, was waiting outside my door. Fresh meat. That was me. Rob explained the role of the foundation and asked me to join the $1 million faculty, a program that raised scholarship funds for needy JC students. High off my successful job interview, I, of course, signed up to support our students. Soon after my hiring, Rob, as the foundation director, started the 500 Club. Give $500 a year, taken from your paycheck, in 26 never noticed payments. Easy peasy. So much so that we gave for 36 years, continuing into our retirements. Well, giving is one thing, but what groups most need financial help? Early in my GRCC teaching career, I became interested in the work of the foundation and developed a desire to help our college students by helping create new scholarship funds. My interest in promoting the teaching profession led me to realize that GRJC did not have any programs to identify and support future teachers. Cognizant that over 50% of America's teachers start in community colleges, I began working with a group of community college professors and administrators who had a shared interest in supporting future teachers. You may recognize some of their names: Lori Foster, Jim Chesla, Steve Abed, Carol Rudwine, Becky Brinks, Don Boyer, and Presidents Calkins, Oliveras, and Ender. What started as a teacher education pathway eventually morphed into a full-blown teacher education department. Future teachers needed financial help so they could spend more time in the library than flipping burgers at a fast food joint. With the support of the foundation and the administration, we created TOTS, T-O-T-S, the Teachers of Tomorrow Scholarship Program. We wrote grant proposals to help fund our endeavors. Somehow, our efforts touched a nerve at the Wege Foundation, and Peter Wege began a multi-year string of funding. With the Wege Foundation money as a base, other foundations joined the financial stream of support. By retirement, we had $1.2 million plus in the Teachers of Tomorrow Scholarship Fund. Thank you. In the last 2 years, over 100 future teachers have received financial support from the TOTS Fund. With the TOTS Fund securely endowed for decades to come, our group looked for other ways to help our students. Then, in 2014, our normal cast of characters, Lori, Steve, and Joe, in honor of GRCC's 100-year centennial celebration, personally went to the awardees of the Excellence in Education Award and asked for their financial support to create a 100-year Excellence in Education Legacy Scholarship Fund. What a mouthful. With support from this small group of faculty and staff, this fund reached endowed status in less than a year. I'm getting near the end, so hang on. During my teaching career, I had the opportunity to serve as a faculty representative to the foundation board. I thoroughly enjoyed my years with this group of professionals who donate their time and expertise in support of our students. Sheila and I have never forgotten the gift of a college scholarship. The oft-used cliche of giving a hand up rather than a handout resonates with us today. Frankly, a college scholarship changed the trajectory of our lives, and we have felt an obligation to pay it forward. So the current cohort of college students will have the same educational opportunities we were given. We thank the people who donated to our scholarships and are proud of the opportunity to do our part. With gratitude, thank you for recognizing us with the 2024 Armen Oumedian Continuous Giving Award. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Before we close our program today, there is another group of individuals we would like to recognize. As you have seen scrolling on the screens during the event, we are also recognizing club members who have reached a milestone giving year. Those milestone years are 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, and more. Combined, these donors have 735 consecutive years of giving. Let's give all of these donors a round of applause. Donating consecutively to scholarships is an impactful way to contribute to education and empower individuals to pursue their dreams. With your continued consecutive support, you are creating a long-term positive impact on students, creating a more accessible education and empowering future leaders. Again, thank you for all you do to support our students and the work of the foundation. We appreciate you all very much. But we invite you to stay a little longer. There's more food, have conversation, and thank you so much for coming. Thanks for all you do, and have a wonderful evening. Thank you.